all these little marathon runners doing high rocks workouts, like, I'm hybrid. I'm like, let me show you.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with Derek Lunsford and his new trainer Chris Cormier, who showed us the first on-camera leg workout. And Chris Cormier had every intention to take Derek through a very brutal leg session. And that he did, because that was a leg session from hell. And this is exactly what Chris Cormier claims, that if you can endure the pains of his workouts, you are gonna improve tremendously. The important thing here is that the confidence that Chris Cormier is giving to Derek, and after placing third in his first ever Mr. Olympia title defense, and whether that was because of a missed peak or the fact that his legs lost a lot of volume when he dropped the water, because Derek himself 100% believes that it was a matter of him coming in flat as a pancake that cost him the Olympia title last year. So now more than ever, he needs that confidence.
Man, I'm really ready to bring my best. I mean, I know I won the 212, I won the Open Mr. Olympia, but I just know my best is yet to come.
Going into his first ever Arnold, and that man looks amazing right now. Now if Derek can bring this kind of size on his quads when he steps on stage, he's gonna give Samson Dauda one hell of a battle, because he just has the ability to showcase more detail than Samson Dauda because of his conditioning, and also because of Derek's skin texture, which is much better than Samson's. So it turns out, Derek was doing more workouts with Honey Rambot compared to what Chris Cormier has him doing for this upcoming Arnold prep. But at the same time, he pushed him to a point where he literally cannot do one more rep. Now, it is pretty simple for Derek. All the eyes are gonna be on his quads the moment he steps on this upcoming Arnold stage. Now, I will go as far as saying this. The critics have pointed out his quads a lot more than his chest and his delts after the Olympia last year, which is unlike the Olympia 2023 when he won the Olympia. So Derek 100% knows what he needs to do in order to win this upcoming Arnold. Now, one thing that is very evident from all of these updates of Derek is the fact that he seems extremely confident about not only winning this upcoming Arnold, but also getting his Olympia title back as well, which is gonna be in October this year.
Oh, oh, there we go.
Next up, we have a 6 weeks post-competition physique update of Chris Bumstead, supposedly after his last competition ever in bodybuilding, which of course was Prague Pro. Now, while many people think that at some point down the line, Chris Bumstead is gonna start to miss that thrill of being on a bodybuilding stage again, and he's gonna want to make a comeback, but his training strategy, that has already changed after years and years of hard training. I mean, we have all seen Chris Bumstead doing some very heavy and very impressive lifts, especially when he was doing squats and deadlifts. But it is about time he fixes the damage that has been done after years and years of brutal training, and maybe turn into a hybrid athlete.
I think a year from now it's going to be like staggering how still jacked and athletic he's going to be.
I'm trying to redefine what it means to be hybrid.
That's right.
All these little marathon runners doing high rocks workouts, like, I'm hybrid. I'm like, let me show you.
Now, Chris Bumstead has no intentions of dropping tons of size. In fact, he aims to be a lot more athletic and shredded for this year. And that is also what his trainer told us in his recent YouTube video. He has already cemented his legacy as the greatest classic physique athlete ever. 6 Olympia titles in a row. That gives him a legendary status. And not to forget, he was fighting an autoimmune disease at the starting point of his career back in 2018. And the man still managed to get better with every passing year. Because if we look at cbum's physique from 2019, the year he won his first ever Miss Olympia, that same physique would have lost every single year after 2021, and he himself admits that. Now his record of 6 classic physique Olympia titles, that will be very hard to beat. Now that being said, the greatest thing for cbum is that the man is still very young. He's gonna be turning 30 this year, and his biggest accomplishment is that he left the sport with his health still intact, and he still has time to pursue some other endeavors. The former 2 times Arnold Classic champion William Bonac published an 8 weeks out physique update from this upcoming Arnold. So the biggest change in William's physique ever since he started working with Stefan is that how Stefan has helped him with his posing and presentation, because his waist has started to look a lot more streamlined, especially in shots like the front double biceps. And William Bonac always had a boxy look because of his height and how much muscle he carried on that frame. And this time they are going for an entirely different strategy for this upcoming Arnold, as William Bonac at 8 weeks out still weighs close to 250 pounds, which is way heavier for William Bonac this close to the show. Now William Bonac is at a point in his career where he knows there are just zero chances of him getting into that top 3 at the Olympia or win a title like the Arnold, so he can play around with different looks and see what works the best for him. Now placing 7th at the Olympia last year, that makes him a very genuine threat for everyone who is looking for that 4th place finish at this year's Arnold. And I am sure everybody knows by now, William Bonac doesn't mess around when it comes to peaking on the show day. When it comes to nailing your peak 100% and bringing that top-notch conditioning. And Bonac might be one of the most consistent athletes of the last decade or so in the men's open bodybuilding. The return of Terrence Ruffin, the real OG of classic physique, after taking a full year off. That is gonna be one big storyline of this upcoming year, because this guy has a legit shot at winning the classic physique Miss Olympia title against all these other guys like Mike or Ramon in October this year. And there are multiple reasons for that. He can literally make a dramatic transformation, just like Mike Sommerfeld did, from 2023 to 2024, because he has more room for growth than any other guy who made the first call out, or even those guys who made top 10 at the Olympia last year. And secondly, Terrence has been up there fighting for the top spot for so many years now, and he did that not once but twice, back in 2020 and 2021. Now Terrence got a stem cell treatment and is finally back in the gym, and things are looking really good for him as of right now. Now if I'm not mistaken, he has committed to doing this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro, which is happening in May, so he has plenty of time to get ready and absolutely nail his prep. Now I have got to say this is gonna be one of the most exciting years for classic physique division, since there is no returning champion, and every top guy, including Terrence, they will go into that show thinking that they're gonna create history. Now if Brian Ansley switches over to the 212, then Terrence Ruffin will be the only guy in the Olympia lineup this year who was also there in the first ever classic physique Miss Olympia that happened about 10 years back. So can Terrence Ruffin make history, just like Ryan Terry did in 2023, because it took Ryan 9 years to win his first ever men's physique Olympia title. So what are your expectations from Terrence Ruffin's comeback? Can he shock all of these top guys like Ramon, Mike Sommerfeld, and win the Olympia title? Because although he has beaten them before, but they have been placing ahead of him in 2022 and 2023, and he was 5th at his last Olympia, which was 2023. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.